It's crazy. It's been 3 months since I last talked to you guys after Broncos lost. 3 months to the day, which is kind of insane. And the locker room is not panicking as they shouldn't. I mean, they're 11-1 in their last 12 games, but there are some emotions after the game, and then especially with the Pat Bryant situation. What we know right now, he was taken to the hospital. He did have movement and feeling in his arms and legs, which is encouraging, according to Sean. And it does look like he is moving and on the way to the hospital. So that's a slight positive update there.
Was it a concussion, Zach?
Oh, sorry, I couldn't hear you. It seems like it is for concussion-like symptoms. Yes.
Okay. Huh. So what was the vibe in the locker room? You said they weren't panicked. What did you hear from Bo? What did you hear from Sean in terms of this game?
Yeah, look, Sean Payton took all of this on himself. He said, we didn't play well enough in all three phases, and that starts with me. They need to refocus. That was a big word that was used in the locker room. Just we need to refocus. This can ground us a little bit. And I'll tell you what, these guys are all in on getting better immediately. The Thursday night game, they're all happy about in the locker room so that they can get that taste out of their mouth sooner than a normal week. Alex Singleton made it a point. The Broncos technically have tomorrow off. The players do. Because of the short week, they're mandated to have tomorrow off. But Alex said, while we can't meet with the coaches tomorrow, we're all going to be in the building watching film together as a defense. I'm sure the offense is going to do the same thing. So they're taking this loss the right way, not being down about it, but letting it just refocus themselves into the playoff run. And like we've said before, the Broncos have, and every time they've won a Super Bowl, they've lost in December. Maybe that's a sign of being able to refocus after a loss going into the playoffs. And you just hope that that's what it does. But it seems like the Broncos do have the right mindset. And I'll tell you, Sean Payton's message, I'm going to try to say it word for word because it's interesting. His message to the locker room after was, you have to swallow it. You can't spit it out. So that is the approach. And, of course, that means, like, you – yes, I know, Benny. I know. He said it many times, too. And that's just saying, like, we can't ignore this loss. We have to learn from this loss. We have to sit with what it feels like to lose a game and not ignore it, get better from it. And it really does seem like that's what the players are going to do, especially taking that extra step tomorrow.
Yeah.
Zach, what did you hear from Bo in terms of how he played? You know, he's got over 350 yards passing, wasn't very efficient, 1 TD, 1 interception. What did you hear from Bo?
Yeah, kind of a crazy statistical game for him because it did not feel like he played that well. But that's what happens sometimes when you're down by multiple scores, down to 3 scores at one point. He was disappointed in his play. I asked him about the fumble that happened, which kind of really felt like that was kind of the turning point, or where the Broncos just didn't have a chance anymore. And he said it was a read option between him and the running back. I believe it was Jaleel, and he said they both wanted the ball. So you just need a better communication there with your signs. And then the interception at the end, he said at that point, we're just forcing things. I should have forced it somewhere else. He didn't play up to his standard. I thought he did in the first half, and then it just died off in the second half. And that was the case with the defense, too. The defense didn't play well enough. And as Sean said, special teams didn't play well enough. You have an opportunity to tie the game. And Will Lutz misses that kick. There were just issues everywhere. And some of the sentiment in the locker room was like, it's good to have this game now instead of when the playoffs come around, which is true. But the Broncos just have to make sure that they learn from this game. I didn't think Bo was terrible. Certainly he's out of the MVP conversation now. And that might help moving forward in terms of just being able to have more of a run-pass balance. Guys, Broncos' 2 main backs average 7 yards a carry. When you do that, you should at least be running the ball 50% of the time. And I get that they were down, and so at one point they had to abandon the run. But, man, R.J. Harvey, guys, a bright spot from today. R.J. Harvey looks so good, so explosive, and he looks like he's coming into form as the playoffs come here.
Yeah, sorry. RK is back, and Akib is walking around. There's a lot going on here. I'm curious what the vibe is with these penalties, because to me, I didn't think it was that bad of a day from the defense, other than the fact that there were too many moments where the field just flips. They give them a first down or like a couple missed tackles here or there. But the penalties in particular were what just didn't give that defense a chance.
Yeah, and PJ Locke after the game was shocked at his penalty. Of course, the one that drew the 15-yard flag, gave them an automatic first down. He said, I thought I had a strip sack fumble right there.
Yep.
I thought it was our ball. I thought we were going to go score with that ball. And that was crazy. In the stadium, there's no way he heard the whistle there. I heard that the broadcast, you could hear the whistle. You could not hear the whistle. It was so loud here. That was also a key point in the game. And the penalties are racking up, and they have to stop. And obviously, the Broncos fans in the stadium did not like the penalties. Many times there were refs, you suck chants going on here. But that's the difference between winning and losing games in the playoffs, is committing those many penalties. And I actually did think that the defense did not play well at all. The tackling was atrocious today, and Sean pointed to that. And Sean asked about how do you get better at tackling. He just says, we just need to be better. Some of the guys on the defensive side in the locker room said it's just getting back to the small fundamentals. Well, they have to, because they can't be letting those big-time plays happen because you're not able to tackle. And there were too many big plays as well. And Sean made a point of emphasis when he was asked about just how many laps and coverages there were on the defensive side. He jumped in the question and said, too many. And that's something that's kind of been going on for a couple of weeks now. So maybe this wake-up call of the loss is going to get that defense a little more refocused on the fundamentals in coverage and tackling.
Was there any talk about how much Brandon Jones was missed today, Zach?
There wasn't. It was just focused on the game. But obviously, PJ, I thought, did a fine job stepping in. But he is a big-time player, and I think we are going to see his presence maybe hurt the team a little more than we expected to last week.
Zach, what are your overall thoughts, man, just on this game? This is the first time in 3 months that, I've talked to you on this post-game show where it is not a win. So I can feel a little of your vibe, just being off and pissed. Are you still optimistic?
Yes, 100%. And I'm digesting it after swallowing it, Benny. So, it's just not the most fun feeling after that. And I'll say that's what the vibe in the locker room was. They are not down on themselves. They don't think that they're toast. In fact, who was it? Troy Franklin said, we'll see this team again, which I love, obviously referring to in the playoffs. And the Jags are celebrating their victory, kind of taking victory laps. Last week, Sean Payton said he called the Jags a small market, which it is. And also, it wasn't a disrespectful comment. Well, the Jags took it as disrespectful because Liam Cohen in his post-game press conference said, for a small market team, it's not too bad that we came in here and won that game. So they're using it as fuel, but I bet the Broncos will use this game as fuel if they see them again in the playoffs. So I'm not down on this team at all. They're 11-1 in their last 12 games. They still control their own destiny, but so do the Chargers now, which makes this interesting. But if the Broncos take care of business on Thursday night, and oh boy, do I feel bad for the Chiefs' third-string quarterback. That's going to be an absolute hell game for him with this Broncos defense torching him and coming after him. The Broncos are going to destroy that game. And then if the Chargers win. What?
No, sir.
The Broncos
are going to you think.
Broncos are going to destroy the Chiefs.
Broncos are going to win,
night.
but it's not going to be a blowout.
It's going to be a blowout on Thursday night. It is not their Super Bowl.
17-14 Broncos.
They're without their starting quarterback. They're without their backup quarterback. You guys are crazy. The Broncos are going to destroy them.
The Broncos won 23-20 in the last game, bro. The defense for the Chiefs is still good.
Do you see them today against the Titans? They have given up on the season. The Tennessee Titans killed them, Benny. They're bad. The Tennessee Titans put 26 up on them. Short week. And the Raiders suck Broncos.
too. The Raiders suck too, and Broncos beat them 10-7 on a short week. I'm just saying, just letting you know.
At least they have their starting quarterback. That's man, I love this. We got to put something on the line for this one. I think it's going to be.
There's nothing to put on the line, bro. The Broncos are going to win. I'm just saying it's not going to be a blowout.
I know, and I'm saying it is going to be a blowout. I can't wait to break this game down this week. And then if the Chargers win,
if the Broncos win by 14 or more, I buy you a new Peter Millar.
Oh my goodness!
Quarter zip.
There you go.
Christmas is going to come right on time for me Sunday night or Thursday night. Benny, I can't wait. Okay, 14 or more. Let's go. Now I'm
14
fired up.
14 or more, quarter zip for Zach.
I've already swallowed this game, not spit it out, and I'm on to the next one.
Great to see you, bro.
Great to see you, fellas.
Merry
Thanks,
Christmas,
Zach.
bro.